It's a great day, sports world. What's up to all the sports lovers, the haters, the addicts, and the fanatics out there? This is Larry Patterson for GT365. This Game Time 365 Sports right here on the GTSN. That's the Game Time Sports Network. Amon, we here, man. I think this is like episode 19, and we now heading into week 13. Just got through week 12. I see the Raiders are 2-9, currently holding the 5th overall pick. What is your thoughts on this, brother? First of all, how you doing today? And how's everything going on over there at Raider Nation?
I'm alive, man. I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, let's go.
Nothing.
I ain't got nothing for you, man. Because if I sit here and really conjure up something, man, we might be 4-5 hours in this bad boy. I know folks trying to eat. Yeah, man. Let's just go ahead, bro. Better days are coming. Lord, man.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
Yes.
First and foremost, hope everybody has an awesome Thanksgiving, getting ready for the turkey and the stuffing and the mac and cheese and all that good stuff. We got a good slate of three games tomorrow. Let's go through each division first, just to get your thoughts on things. Did you want to say something?
No. I was saying 3 games tomorrow. Yeah, that's crazy. 3 games. I keep forgetting about the middle game. It's always Green Bay, Detroit, and then it's Baltimore and Cincinnati. I forgot about the Chiefs and Cowboys right in the middle. So I mean, man, it should be a good week for ball, man, starting tomorrow.
Hey, that Chiefs Cowboys game might be box office worthy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, it's must see TV tomorrow. Must see TV for sure.
Oh yeah. Starting in the AFC East, you got the New England Patriots sitting at 10-2. You got the Bills at 7-4. You got the Dolphins at 4-7, and you got the Jets at 2-9. The Patriots look like they're running away with this division. Bills seem to be a little inconsistent. Could have had an opportunity to pick up a receiver at the deadline, but they didn't do that. They did sign Brandon Cooks today, so I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make, but that gives Josh Allen another veteran pass catcher that he can sort of rely on. He's got some experience there. What's your thoughts about this division, and can New England run away with it?
Yeah, man. You know me, I was big on Buffalo winning the division miles in a row, but clearly I was wrong. New England has stepped up and put a chokehold on this division. Drake May has took that step that we seen from Jaden Daniels last year. You know how Jaden Daniels came out, guns a blazing, his rookie season. Seemed like that energy has transferred over to Drake May. He's just taken off. I would still like to see them get some weapons for him. I know Diggs, Mac Hollins, Williams, Hooper. You got Travion and you got Ramondre, but I like to see them get more dynamic in the passing game, and I'm sure they'll address that in the offseason. It sucks right now. It's going to be crucial to see how they finish up because Will Kilmer just went on IR this evening, so he's out the next 4 games, and that's Drake May's. That's his left number 4 overall pick, left tackle. So here we go back to the shaky offensive line. The Buffalo Bills, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know if they're going to ever get it done with the coaching staff and personnel that they have right now. I'm starting to question, some of these things. I'm questioning Brandon Beane. I'm questioning, Sean McDermott. You give Josh Allen, he on his big contract. You had Diggs. You signed James Cook. You drafted Keon Coleman, which has been a disappointment for you. You go defense, and defense was your Achilles heel last year. Then you go defense in the draft, and then this year your offense is your Achilles heel because none of your wide receivers can get open, doing against press coverage. So that's making Josh Allen look like he's some mid, and we know he's a former MVP in the league. So I'm a little concerned about Buffalo. They'll probably make the playoffs, but they'll probably be a one and done. Especially if they play y'all. If the seeding ended how as of today, they'll be playing going to Denver and playing them in the wild card round. For Miami, we know what's going on in Miami. They probably be some new turnover there. Maybe a new quarterback. I know, me and you discussed Tua's cap situation, and it's a pretty big hit. So I don't know if they'll move on from Tua. They probably draft a young guy, maybe not in the first round, second round, maybe third round next year, and just get a new fresh face, get new coaches. Defied the GM a couple weeks ago, so that's starting to see them snowball and say, "Hey, 2026, we're going to go in with the new regime." And for the Jets, we know what the Jets are doing. They're in the same boat as Miami. They traded away their Pro Bowl, All Pro players for first round picks. So the next couple years are going to look like quarterback, and if quarterback could be this year, this next draft in Pittsburgh, or it can be in 2027 where you got the Julian Sands, the Arch Mannings, if Noah's go back to school. So you might have a bigger pool of quarterbacks in 2027. 2026, you might just build up the team and get some of Aaron Glenn Detroit type players in that building to go to improve their football team. So that's my little glimpse of the AFC East. Um, it's New England's division to lose, not unless something miraculous happened in Buffalo.
Yeah, you touched on the Will Campbell injury. I think that's going to be something to look at right there. How will their offensive line, how will the rest of their offense compete going down the rest of the way? When you made the point about the Jets, I don't like how they strapping down Garrett Wilson over there. I feel like that was a move that they could have made, but understanding contracts and situations, teams will have to take on contracts, and I mean that I know that's easier said than done. Um, with Buffalo, as we talked about, they could have had, they could have addressed the position. Yes, they did go defense early, with the early part of the draft. They just started to get Maxwell Harrison. TJ Sanders, I'm not sure if he's played. Somebody in the chat that if you know that for sure, let me know, because I don't know offhand right now. But they, in a host of others, I want to say they got an edge rusher to the one from Oklahoma that I had going to Kansas City, I believe. I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah, I'm
But
drawing.
you know who I'm talking. I think Landon Jackson. I think he had went down for injury. He is with Buffalo, right?
Yes, he came. He was from Arkansas. Landon Jackson. Yep. Yep.
Arkansas, Oklahoma, SEC, whatever.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
But yeah, you had the injuries to those guys. So we'll see what happens with this Brandon Cooks. How would they use him? Miami. I think Josh McDaniels might be on on the way out at the end of the season, but just waiting for the end of the season to do it. They fired the GM, I believe. So we already know what direction they heading into. Is basically New England, like you said, New England's division to lose, and we're seeing if Buffalo can, escape those humps and bruises and actually do something. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I know you mentioned the Brandon Cook signing. That signing doesn't do anything for me at all. It's like here. You ain't gonna receive him. I give you Brandon Cooks. Like that doesn't move the needle for me at all. Like he's older. He's what 30. God, he's been in the league
Yeah,
since forever. So it doesn't do anything. So
it's just
now I
like the
know.
Elijah Moore signing. And
Yeah, it's just didn't
you
just
know
didn't do
you
anything.
you when you Yeah, uh, it just the Elijah Moore signing didn't do anything for me. And the who was it? Josh Palmer. He comes through every now and again. Keon Coleman, of course, he's having issues, getting open and separation and all that. So, I always said that they needed that 1A receiver, and I mean they had that in the building with Stephon Diggs. But of course, things happen. You need to make changes. Okay, I understand that. But this past offseason in the draft was your opportunity to address that, and they didn't. So you see what type of situation you in now. So
yeah, and they still. I think this season is a loss. It's a lost season. No, I'm not gonna say lost season. It'll be a lost season because it's like championship or bust, right? So we know that they were in the sweepstakes for Jalen Waddle at the trade deadline. They was willing to give up a 1 or 3, and that might be something that they revisit going into the offseason for Josh Allen going into his year 30th year 30 season. So that may be an option for them. Or, hey, I would call Philadelphia and say, hey, I know some stuff going on with AJ Brown. Hey, y'all willing to part ways if I give you like a 1 or 3 and then maybe something in 2027? I mean, it's ways to fix that, but we thought that it would have got fixed in the 2025 off season to where they can be where New England is right now, and you know what I mean. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
you know what the kicker is in this situation? So they were off on a first round pick. The Dolphins wanted the 2026 first round pick. You know what the Bills offered them?
2027, right?
A 2027.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
2027. Why you just didn't go with the 2026? If you're gonna go with the 2027, just go ahead and go with the 2026.
Yeah, because it's probably gonna be a pick in the
just
20s anyway. So, but then again, like it don't make sense to me. But hey, they are where they are, and like you said, like you predicted New England at the beginning of the season before we got started that they were gonna win the division, and hey, you're so far you're right. So,
New England's next games at home against the Giants on Monday Night Football this coming week. Then you hit the bye. Then you got the Bills at home. That's the second game that they'll play for the season. At the Ravens, at the Jets, before finishing up at home against Miami. And then for those who would like the Bills schedule, they got the Steelers this weekend at Pittsburgh. So that's going to be a tough one. You back at home against the Bengals. Joe Burrow's back. So we'll see how that goes, how that's going to go. Then you add New England, at Cleveland, then you're at home against Philly before finishing off against the Jets. Both tough schedules, though.
really, you think so? I don't see that. That New England one. I don't really. I mean, that Buffalo one. If you can get that Buffalo one, they probably gonna be sitting out players in the next couple of weeks after that. If they win that game, because the division will be over with. They'll have a home game in the wild card round if they keep the 1 seed. So I don't know. They might end up sitting some players, man. But that's sitting on there though, man. So yeah, I mean, but that Buffalo one.
Well, you got to at least consider for the next 5 weeks, though. Yeah, they're gonna be playing, folks, because you trying to get in. So, but in New England's case, I can see like the last 2 games. Do you really want your players missing 2 games because you clinched the playoffs? You want them at least. Yeah, I would at least miss 1. Just to
at least one with that last week. If I know I got everything sold up and I'm the 1 seed, okay, we're sitting on week 17 because you get that last week of the season and then you get that first round bye. So that's 2 weeks before you have to play. So yeah, I can see 1. So
I think we done with the AFCs. AFC North, you got the Ravens that came back and took it over. 6-5 to basically tied with Pittsburgh for 6-5. Cincinnati 3-8, Cleveland 3-8. I think this is Baltimore's division to take right now since you bounced all the way back from 1-5. Now you up at the top. You at the top of your division within a matter of weeks. Pittsburgh, you lose out on Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if I don't think he's playing this week as well.
Mm.
Um, but if I'm Mike Tomlin, I'm I'm hoping Will Howard is getting some snaps at practice because the quarterback do you have on that roster right now? You're making a playoff push right now.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I know Will Howard's not going to put you in a position right now like Aaron Rodgers would, or even a vet with Mason Rudolph. We know he's not going to take you there. But if you asking Mason Rudolph or Will Howard, of course Mason Rudolph's got the more experience until Rodgers comes back. So I think the Steelers right now in a world of trouble. They got some tough games coming up. What's your thoughts on the AFC North?
Yeah, man, the AFC North, man, it's the same old story every year. It's probably gonna be the Ravens, since somebody else say so. Um, they're getting healthy. They won 5 in a row. So they're peaking at they're getting ready to get hot at the right time going into the playoffs. Um, okay, Lamar, same boat as Josh Allen. What we doing? Somebody gotta get over the hump. Far as the Browns, we know what's going on there. We don't need to say anything. Miles Garrett, I think he's going to break the record
Yeah,
this year. I think he's going to end up
got
with
to
like
get it all
24,
out.
25. He's going to end up like 24, 25. He should have broke it Sunday, but whatever. But we know they're looking forward to 2026 and beyond. Cincinnati, I see Joe Burrow supposed to be coming back. I don't know what they gain by bringing him back. I know he said today that he's a competitor and he wants to play. I understand that. Being hurt is part of the game, but he's an injury prone. You're coming or you're getting a label as a injury prone quarterback. That's the label you're getting around the league or whatever the case may be. So is it worth it? And probably not if you were in the owner's perspective. Hey, I got to protect my franchise. But as a player, I do understand. Hey, you want to get out there, you want to compete, whether you're 3-7 or 7-3 or whatever the case may be. So until like I said, until they fix some issues on their defense and their draft class, Shamar Stewart's giving them nothing at all, being the 17th overall pick. And their linebacker, Darius Knight, they picked in the second round. He's made some plays for them. Other than that, man, they're going to be a high-powered offensive team until they fix their defense and compete with the Ravens and the Steelers. And for the Steelers, I know I talked about it at the beginning of the year. I didn't believe in them because their schedule was so soft in the beginning. Now the competition's getting steeper. It's getting that to the playoff push now, and you got a 41-year-old quarterback that's out here with a fractured wrist right now. So,
Hmm.
like you said, your season is in question. Your season is in limbo. Um, so they might sneak a wild card spot. Who knows? They might end up losing that wild card spot. But it's either, like you say, it's either Aaron Rodgers or bust. Yes, you want Mason Rudolph to come in and give you those Charlie Batch vibes. You remember Charlie Batch used to be the Pittsburgh Steelers backup quarterback for like Tommy Maddox and all them way back in the day.
Played really well,
Right, that's what I'm saying. If they can get that out of Mason Rudolph or Will Howard for maybe like 1 or 2 games, then okay, you might be all right until number 8 get back. But other than that, man, TJ Watt, he getting hot. He had a strip sack come in his team recovery for a touchdown on Sunday. They got the secondary. They have a defense that can go up against Buffalo if they end up playing Buffalo, and probably they can beat Buffalo. So or whoever, or the Chargers, whatever the case may be. So we'll just see. It's everything is dependent on Aaron Rodgers' health. And he's 41 years old, so one good pop and he can be out. So I mean that's a scary way to live, but that's the way they got to live. That's the bid they chose to lay in the beginning of the offseason. So hey, we're here now. So
yeah, already with a fractured wrist already. So the older you get, the slower the bones heal. So uh,
mm-hmm.
we'll see how that goes.
Trust me, boy. I know that. Lord.
The Bengals bringing Joe Burrow back to me is really pointless. But as you said, from a player standpoint, you can understand you want to compete, you want to be out there with your teammates. But you 3-8 right now and currently sitting eighth in the wild card hunt. And sitting eighth in the wild card hunt, you got the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Steelers, the Texans right above you, and they 3 games ahead. So, like, you know, you're gonna have to get a lot of luck going on your side if you thinking that he's gonna if he's thinking that he's gonna come back and resurrect his team. I mean, because you still got the defensive side of the ball. Now, the defensive side of the ball did play well this past week.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, so you can't blame the defense this week, but with who they have this week? Uh,
You just said it.
the Bengals have who do they have?
The Ravens.
The Ravens. Oh, the
I
Ravens. Yeah,
think
they
so.
play tomorrow night.
Yeah, the Ravens. Yeah,
Yeah. So you got the Ravens tomorrow night. That's gonna be tough.
think so.
I mean, playing against the Ravens. Yeah, their defense ain't looking the same, but at the same time, you got Lamar against their defense. So as far as this gonna be tough for them to win that game, then yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
would say so.
The Ravens and Bengals, they always been like shootouts. Because no, it wasn't. No, man, that was the Steelers last year with Russell Wilson against the Bengals. They had that shootout, that crazy game. Oh, it was the Ravens too. It might have been the
Yeah,
Ravens too.
yeah.
But
Yeah, Lamar and Joe be having their duels. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So tomorrow night could be another one. So, but as far as like, I'm talking about as far as like getting in that wild card, getting one of those 3 seeds in that wild card, it's gonna be really, really hard for them to,
mm-hmm.
win a few games, and then you got to rely on all these other teams to lose, and I don't think that's just gonna work. So I think it's
Absolutely.
just pointless for him to even come back. Your thoughts on Shador and his half of game that he played and his whole full game that he played against the Raiders?
Okay, so let's talk about his half a game. We know his half a game wasn't his game plan. That was Dylan Gabriel's game plan. So it was hard to judge him off of that game. But the Raiders game, I think he did some things well. Got the ball out quick. He put the ball in harm's way a couple times. Charles Snowden picked him off one time. But they kept it simple for him. Screens, quick check downs. He maybe took one or two. He had a nice, beautiful ball to Isaiah Bond. He rolled out to the right side and dropped it in the bucket for him. I think it was the right decision. I had always had told you around this time of the year they was going to drop him in and let him play, and I knew how exactly was going to play out. Now,
When
I
they're
mean,
already out of it.
they've been out of it since like week whatever. But I mean, I think this all they can do is just see what they got going into 2026 because that'll give you a clear answer what you need to do come March. Hey, do I need to draft as a guy, or hey, do we want to stick this thing out and ride it with Shador another year, get him a full training camp as a starter, or Dylan Gabriel, whoever. Give them first team reps. Out there with Jared Judy and Harold Fanning and Juckins and Sampson and those guys and then take it into next year and see what you have. And then 2027, we know once again, I'm gonna repeat this for the teams that need quarterbacks. 2027 has way more to offer than 2026. So you might want to say, hey, he's not our guy. We've seen what we've seen. Let's go in 2027. So I think he did well. He didn't throw any touchdowns. He threw one interception. He threw for 206 yards. So I think that was okay
Well, he
for a
did throw for a touchdown.
he
Dylan
did.
Dylan Dylan Sampson off that screen
The
pass.
screen pass. Sorry, yeah, the screen
Yeah,
pass. Yeah,
he
sorry, I
did
apologize.
little, but Dylan Sampson did the most of the work. But
Right, but he had to get the ball there to him.
he had
Sorry.
to get the ball there.
So yeah, I mean, I think it was solid, something for him to build off. Of course, if you can get right, you get right versus another 2-9 team. You know what I mean? It's just the nature of the game. So yeah, man, we'll see what he does next week to build on his success in week one. He broke the Browns curse. He's the first quarterback in I think Browns history or be the first starter, their first starting win. Everybody else was like 0-16, 0-17. He won in whatever now. So he got that in his feather, his cap now to have momentum and move forward.
Now another question for you: do you think Stefanski is a quarterback next year?
Is Stefanski the who now?
It's the quarterback. Is Stefanski going to be the head coach next year?
It all depends on how Shador plays. If Shador plays well, then no, because they're gonna be like, "Why didn't you do this earlier?" You know what I mean? It's like we out here wasting games that we should have won because we didn't play the right guy. I don't think so. I don't think so because it's just a big stink around that organization. So much. Well, I didn't want him. The owner made that call, and he ain't taking no snaps with
With the
the
first
with
team.
ones first team all camp and mini camp and whatever the case may be. It's just too much going on in Cleveland right now to even say. So I'm gonna just say no. They clean house, start over, and move forward, man.
Okay. Uh, Going to the AFC South, you got the Colts at 8-3, the Jags at 7-4. You got the Texans at 6-5, the Titans at 1-10. What looked like the Colts were running away with this division seems it seems like they got a little company. Trevor Lawrence coming on the prowl at 7-4, getting a win this past week, and then you got the Texans. C.J. Stroud, less Texans got their defense over there 6-5. Only sitting a couple games back. They got a big contest this weekend with the Colts. I thought that could have been a candidate where they could have flexed that out. That could have been a good Sunday night game, right? No, thanks NFL. But what is your thoughts on this AFC South division? Will the Colts finish at the top, or will one of these teams, the Jaguars and the Texans, creep up and catch them? And also your thoughts on the Titans as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the Titans. We are the Titans. I mean, Cam Ward is their guy. He just need more weapons and more protection. Their offensive line outside of Peter Skoronsky, in my opinion, is kind of poo. J.C. Latham, they took him the first round a couple years ago. He hasn't lived up to what they expected. They got a couple of free agent signings. They're okay, but Tajay Spears ain't. My boy from Dallas, what's his name? Tony Pollard. They're just not getting it done. The DK, the wide receiver, he's been showing some flashes. Calvin Ridley tore his leg up, so
Yeah.
he's probably not going to be in Tennessee next year. So they need another number one receiver. And they're going to probably be picking one or two. So they are. It's not as bad as it seems in Tennessee land. They're going to have a one or two spot in the draft. They got their franchise quarterback now. They can trade back and get a treasure trove of picks. Whoever want a quarterback, come up and get one. So they're actually setting themselves up. Not saying they're losing on purpose or anything like that. It's just a bad football team with not enough playmakers outside of Cam Ward and Jeffrey Simmons. They're setting themselves up to where, hey, if the Jets or the Raiders or the Browns want to come up, hey, give me picks, and I can take those picks and fill out this roster to get more weapons around Cam Ward, and DK.
Or take that pick and get a premium pick at a position that you
Or or
need.
or you can take a pass rusher at number one, but we haven't gotten to the draft season yet. That'll be probably at the end of December, going to January. But I don't. Do you take Ever Reese number one overall, off ball linebacker? Statistics show that's not a premium position. That's not a quarterback. That's not a corner. That's not a left tackle or anything like that. So do you take one that high? But that's another conversation for another day. Yeah, man. So the Titans are going to be they building. They're doing it the right way. Get your quarterback and then you build around them. And then for the Texans,
Before you get to the Texans, I want to
okay,
say going out starting the season, A.L. Maynard looked like he was going to be that guy. But it seemed like DK is starting to
starting to be
rise
there.
up. As far as the rookies, well, go ahead.
Yeah, and one more thing about the Titans, we'll reach out to our guy Mike. He covers the AFC South, and maybe we can get him on here when we get closer to draft season and give us a recap of how he think the Titans season was, what they're going to be looking forward to doing next year, and As far as getting a head coach and GM. Well, Bagonzi's there, but he's getting another head coach in the building. So we'll have more information on the Titans come draft season. Look out for that in the beginning of the new year. But yeah, the Texans, look out. The defense, they're getting hot. CJ been out. Davis Mill been holding down the fort. Okay, Indy. This is you put yourself in a hole that you shouldn't have put yourself in. If you had to took care of business and kicked 3 points versus the Chief, scored 3 more points, the game would have been you will be 9-2, and you lose to Pittsburgh by a couple points, you could be 10-1, what 10 and whatever. Those games, like I say about the Colts, I know you're a big Daniel Jones guy. You stated that from the beginning of the year.
Pounding the table.
Oh, boom, 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 boom. But my question to you is, and we talked about it Sunday during the game, when that pot start boiling and you start getting that Spags pressure, because the Chiefs were playing like, hey, this is a wild card game. We need to advance. They're already in playoff mode, 6-5. So Daniel Jones, can you come through for me? And it's just not it didn't happen versus the Steelers. It didn't happen versus the Chiefs. And it didn't happen versus the Rams. And all of those three teams are all playoff teams, right? So I'm starting to question, okay, if the teams key
all
on
games they could have won, by the way.
They were all winnable games. Yes, there were one possession or less games, 1,000%. When people start keying on Jonathan Taylor, hey, Daniel Jones, can you make plays? Can you get the ball to Tyler Warren? Can you get the ball to Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, Mike Pittman? Can you make those key throws and key moments? And he couldn't do it Sunday. So I go all that to say is, hey, this game versus the Texans on Sunday, that's probably going to be my game that I'm circling to watch, because that's going to be a game where it can flip the division. May not be record-wise right then and there, but if the Texans somehow win that game, and with CJ Stroud, they can start just getting hot, and this would be 2 in a row for the Colts, and they can go south. I'm not saying it will happen, but the Colts lose, the Texans win. The Colts in the back of their mind, oh shoot, we got Jacksonville on our heels, and they 7-4, and then the daggone Texans will be 7-5, and I'm sitting at 8-4. It can get real sticky. So I don't know, man. We got the best pass rushing duo in the league at Will Anderson and was it Danielle Hunter? Danielle Hunter. And you got Stingley, Lassiter, Petrie,
Henry to
yeah. And I got my hot take about Will Anderson when we get to the NFC North, but I'm gonna save that one. I already told you, but I might get laid out about it though, but whatever. But yeah, man, the Titans, they could competing, and it's a 3-way race for the AFC South. The Jaguars, they lose. I know Travis Hunter to injury during the season, but Travis Etienne run the ball, man. But Bashar Tootin, they run the ball, man. The Jags run the ball very well, and that's what Liam Cohen did with his time with Tampa Bay last year. We seen Rashad White and all those guys break out, Bucky Irvin. So they run the ball, man. Can Trevor Lawrence do it? Can he just be average and just don't turn the ball over? I don't know what's going on with Brian Thomas, but that's my spill on the AFC South. I know he hurt a little bit.
Yeah. I was about to say, he's hurt somewhere, but Parker Washington he's filled in pretty nicely, and Jacoby Myers has filled in pretty nicely. I want to say not last game, but the game before he had a big game. But what a good pickup for them. They needed it at the right time, and hopefully Thomas will come back just in time where games get really, really serious. So you got to look at those standings though, man. The Colts sitting at 8-3, 7-4 for the Jags, and 6-5 for the Texans, man. It's getting real spicy in the AFC South. Going to the AFC West, you got
Jesus.
You got the Denver Broncos sitting at 9-2. You got the LA Chargers at 7-4, the Chiefs at 6-5, and the Raiders at 2-9. We're gonna get your perspective about the Raiders, because I know you probably won't rant, but I know you got some things to get off your chest on that. Denver grabbing big wins against Kansas City. before they hit the bye. They got a big Sunday matchup. Yeah, it's a big Sunday matchup against the Commanders this Sunday. The Chargers losing key injured players, sitting at 7-4. And then the Chiefs, grabbing a much needed victory over the Colts this week. How do you see the rest of this division going down the rest of the stretch?
I think I hate saying this, but I think Denver winning that game on Sunday kind of tucked it away for them. I think it kind of tucked it away because I know they play us one
Hey,
more
can you
time.
say that again? I didn't hear you.
I think Denver winning that game on Sunday kind of put a big of enough gap in that division to where I think they're going to win that division for the first time in 9 years. Which is which is hey, with no Patrick Surtain, you come in there and you just doing what you do. Keeping Mahomes at bay a couple weeks ago, or was it last? I don't know when they played. Whatever, it was disgusting. But yeah, man. But I question Bo Nix. Hey, Bo Nix, can you make the crucial throw down the field to put the game on ice? And he threw the ball to Troy Franklin, and I know how you feel about Troy Franklin and his drops. I know you're always shaking on that one, but the 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 play was made. The play was made. That's all you can ask for. Is hey, well, like we said about Daniel Jones in the last few minutes about when the pot start boiling with these playoff teams, can you make the key plays to keep them at bay? And Bo Nix did that. Credit to him. Not taking it away from him.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I know it's your mom. Go ahead.
Yeah, he did do that. You were right. Put the ball in. You got to put the ball in the right spot. And Troy Franklin, for him to catch that ball, especially with the problems that he been having catching the ball. Oh man,
Yeah,
that did it right there.
it was huge. Yeah, so I think Denver's in a good spot, great spot. I think they can really, if they keep playing well, they can probably win out and push New England for that number 1 seed overall. And you going to Mile High in January. I mean, good luck to anybody. Good luck to Kansas City with that way that pass rush is rolling right now. So, I see y'all extended Malcolm Roach today. I gave him a 3-year deal. He got extended today, so well deserved.
Will Lutz got a contract extension the other day, and I think Luke Wattenberg, the center,
he got paid 5th round pick. 5th round pick, man. That's what you call hitting on your picks, bro. So that y'all, your offensive line is young. Bo Nix on the rookie contract, so take advantage of this window while you got it. I don't want to see it, but it is what it is. For the Chargers, man, I just don't think they got enough. How I was big on Justin Herbert from the jump street from the beginning of the year. I thought he was in that Burrow, Lamar, Allen, Mahomes category. I'm taking him out now. I'm dropping Jalen Hurts into that bucket. I'm swapping him and Herbert out. Both your tackles are gone. Your first round running back, he just getting activated. He hadn't played since week 4. Lad McConkey going to be McConkey. I just don't see them having enough to beat the Denvers and beating the Ravens or beating the Texans for that matter, or even the Colts for that matter. So I'm kind of out. I'm lukewarm on them. The Chiefs
Gaston has been nice though.
Oh yeah, Alronde Gaston Jr. has been a pleasant surprise. As you pointed out, credit to you during the drafts, draft cycle. You talked about him. You was a very big fan of him, so that was a good call on your part. The Chiefs, they are Patrick Mahomes is playing playoff football right now, and we all know what he do when he starts scrambling with the ball, running with the ball. He in playoff mode. So he's ready to roll. I just don't know if they got enough to make a comeback for the Broncos to get the Broncos heels. But it's going to be kind of tough for them, tough sledding, because they don't have an advantage of a tiebreaker between Jacksonville. They don't have none of those tiebreakers between Jacksonville and a couple other teams they lost to.
Buffalo and the Chargers.
So they lost all 3 of those games, and they don't have no head-to-head tiebreakers with none of them. So everything has to fall right. Even if they do win out, somebody got to fall to Buffalo, the Chargers, or Jacksonville. Somebody got to falter. So it's a slim shot. Yeah, somebody gonna falter. It's a slim shot, but they're still the Chiefs. They're still going to be there. And for Vegas, and I know you said I'm gonna rant on it, but I'm not gonna rant because I'll be ranting from week week 13 to week 17. There ain't no point in ranting. It is what it is. They made a couple firings. They fired the special teams coordinator. They fired Chip Kelly day before yesterday. Um,
Highest paid coordinator in the league.
but you know what though? I can respect them getting out because it's not working. You can sit there and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm paying him $6 million to be the highest paid coordinator, but it ain't working." We knew that Pete like running the ball, and Chip he'll put the ball in the air, and there's a disconnect between the GM and head coach, in my opinion. You're 2-9, you're not playing for anything. None of your rookies have played significant snaps throughout the year. Not your second round pick. Well, besides Genty, I apologize. Not your second round pick. Both of your third round picks. Your fourth round pick has played, and your tackles has played for in the fifth and sixth round. Play the young guys. You have nothing to lose. You're not making the playoffs. You want to develop the guys. And I know Pete, he's stubborn. He's old. He's 74 years old. And he want to compete every year. But like I told you a couple days ago, I think the game has passed him by. He needs to just go ahead and let these young kids play and see what you got, because the GM picks the players. He wants to play his guys, and you're not you're not playing his guys. So I know it's a little frustrating, but hey, Geno, it is what it is. We thought we would get the Seattle version of Geno the past couple of years, but we didn't. We got the New York Jet version of Geno Smith. We all know how that went. Golly,
The man coming out the tunnel ain't shake no hands, man.
ain't shake no hands, man. They're like, what are we doing, bro? But we have to do something at quarterback, because if you cut Geno, we'll find out early, right? Because if you cut Geno league year, you have an $18 million dead cap. But if you keep him on the roster, it's a $26 million cap hit. So do you want to have that? Do you want to spend that? So we'll find out super, super, super early. But other than that, Brock Bowers been hurt. Genty, he has 8 touchdowns, 4 rushing, 4 passing, 4 receiving. Jacoby Myers, he was our best receiver. He's in Jacksonville now. Max Crosby, I know people want him out of Vegas for his own, benefit, but he seemed like he's a homer. But I will say this, I've been against trading your best players, but I will have a conversation with Max if I was the Raiders at the end of the year. I'm like, hey, Max, our timeline's probably not fitting, right? You're a 20-year-old pass rusher, and we're a young team. We want to keep you here, bro, but somebody offering us 2 first-round picks, we gotta at least think about it. I'm not saying they do it, but you gotta have that conversation. Like, what if a Detroit come in and say, "Hey, I got 2 ones for Max"? What if a Buffalo come in and say, "Hey, I got 2 ones for Max"? Or I
feel like, damn, why didn't you do that at the draft at the trade deadline?
He didn't want to go nowhere, but that was him. He didn't want to go, but they could have done it though. They may have offered something. Who knows? He just said no, But yeah, man, it's just a mess right now. And I know we got to move on to the AFC. I mean, the NFC. There ain't nothing to talk about with Raiders, man. But I'm still gonna rep them till they put me in that box. So,
hey, it's orange and blue skies over here. If you want to root for somebody, it's a welcome invitation over here. So.
No, thank you.
Going to the NFC side of things, you got Philly sitting at 8-3. We're going to the NFC East. Cowboys sitting at 5-1. They got a big victory over the Philadelphia Eagles this past Sunday. Commanders sitting at 3-8, coming off the bye, and then you got the Giants, the first team eliminated in the league so far as playoff standings, sitting at 2-10. I think Jackson Dart is in line to play this Sunday.
Yeah.
I think Jaden Daniels, as we spoke on, I think he's going to be out for another week. I think he's unlikely to play Sunday. Can Dallas catch Philly or is this NFC East wrapped up?
Oh boy! If you see Dallas the way they played last Sunday, you would say they can catch them, right? You think
Right.
they can, right? But no, I think his championship medal comes into play. Um, Philly just when the chips are down, Philly's just too good um, to lose that division. I mean, I was wrong about Buffalo, so I might be wrong about might be wrong about Dallas too. So, um, but yeah, man, you know the Giants, man, it's Jackson Dart finding somebody that's going to be able to coach him and give him some more weapons outside of Malik Neighbors. Theo Johnson has been a great surprise for them. I think third or fourth round rookie out of Penn State last year. He's been that big guy over the middle for them. Maybe show up that line a little bit, but James Winston's playing good ball right now. We talk about in the present. James Winston playing good ball. They should have beat the daggone Lions last week. I was rooting for the Giants, but you know things didn't happen. Jameer Gibbs he wanted to turn to Sonic and go crazy at the last minute. You know,
Man, that dude was special, man.
man, that boy. Oof. But um, the Commanders is all about Jaden Daniels' health, Terry McLaurin health. It's unfortunate, like Miss Sewall has been saying on her, following she covering the team that injuries have been a dagger, for this team. They just can't recover. Jaden Daniels having elbow injuries. You starting to see little snippets of stuff popping up. Elbow, a little nick here, a little nick there, and we just hope that's not something that's going to be long term. Um, Bobby Wagner getting old, long in the tooth.
Seasons wasting.
Seasons wasting. So it's going to be some shakeup in DC. Get him a pass rusher may help, but like I said, all in all, NFC East is Philly's division till somebody say otherwise.
Yeah, Philly's rest of the schedule that they have, they got the Bears this Friday for Black Friday. Then they add the Chargers on Monday night. They got the Raiders,
Ooh,
at the Commanders, at the Bills before finishing it off at home against the Commanders. For Dallas, you got Chiefs tomorrow night at the Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, and the Giants. I think that Philly still leads away with this division because these next two games with the Chiefs and the Lions for Dallas is going to be very critical. And you can even throw that Minnesota game in there as well. You
yep.
just don't know what's going to happen. Uh, for the Commanders, though, like you said, they need that edge rusher, and they need to go into this off season with one priority, and that's protecting Jaden Daniels. Cannot have him rolling out there once again. I think this is a wasted. You want to talk about wasted season for Bobby Wagner, a wasted season for Debo Samuel coming over there, being traded over there. Uh, that was a waste too. So hopefully they'll get it right. And with Dallas sitting there, the best thing they can do is a wild card spot. And currently, right now, they're sitting in sixth. And you got the Carolina Panthers at 6-6, and you got Detroit at 7-4. I can see them jumping Carolina, but are you going to be able to jump Detroit with a San Francisco sitting at 8-4, with a Green Bay sitting at 7-3-1, who you already tied with, in Seattle sitting at 8-3? I don't know if they're going to be able to catch those teams.
No, I don't think so.
Going to the NFC North, you got the Bears shockingly leading the NFC North with 8-3. You got the Packers at 7-3-1, Detroit at 7-4, and Minnesota at 4-7. JJ has been a disappointment. Man, I was thinking better for my boy. I thought my boy was gonna come here and slash and dash, or at least go into this season. Not saying it winning, but you can at least get some kind of positive saying, okay, you're our guy for the future. Now you don't know. With the Lions, um, let's see what they do for the rest of the way. And they're flawed, but you can also see the strength in them too. And then Detroit. Who is this division, bro?
Oh man, I think I picked. Did I pick Green Bay at the beginning of the year?
I want to say you did.
Okay, I lied about that. Sorry, Mr. Rollback. I lied. Um, I'm gonna say Chicago wins the division because they're playing some good ball right now. Yes, they have like 4 games that'll that they won by 1 score or less. They on the Minnesota tip like Minnesota was last year, winning those close games.
Yeah.
Caleb playing good ball right now, man. Defense
It
playing
ain't
well.
perfect. It ain't perfect. It
It ain't
leaves you
perfect, but he do just enough to get
head
the job.
scratching like what?
Yeah, I mean it's Caleb. He like Caleb like, and I ain't trying to glaze nothing like that. I don't know how when you do sack Caleb is a miracle because this dude he Barry Sanders back there when he running around, bro. It's like is somebody gonna tackle this man? And they just can't tackle him, bro. Yeah, Colston Loveland's coming on. I think the offense is starting to click in jail. Um, Luther Bird playing well. Rome's getting involved. DJ Moore's kind of like he's there, but my boy Ben Johnson, he's turned that franchise around, gave that city some hope. For Green Bay, I
Kyle
don't know.
Manunga
Cal Monunga, 7th round pick.
running the ball pretty well as well.
Yep. For Green Bay, man, I don't know, brother. I don't know. They starting to scare me a little bit. They starting to scare me, man. Like I'm gonna say this, and I might get canceled, but go ahead.
Yeah, I want to hear you get canceled.
Oh, I'll get canceled here, but Michael Parsons is not. Will Anderson is who I thought Michael Parsons could be. Should be because
I agree.
that guy that we saw on was it Thursday night the other night or whatever night they played. I was like, that's supposed to be Michael Parsons all over the field. Not saying Parsons not all over the field, whatever. He make plays, but everybody said Michael's the best pass rusher or one of the top. Will Anderson don't get enough love. And if somebody had to ask me, hey, who's better, Will Anderson or Michael Parsons? I'm taking Will Anderson right now. And it's not even close. It's not even close. But hopefully
Did
they get
you
in the play. Go ahead.
did you see when last Thursday they were playing Buffalo and he was sacking Josh Allen, had his hand around his knee, but then it still
He got
embodied the
loose.
sack. Yeah, and taking his
Chasing the
hand.
run, still got him.
Yeah,
You can't teach that.
you can't. You
You
can't. I
can't teach
mean,
that.
what a way to look for that to look out for the quarterback as well.
Yeah, and I
Because
think,
you could rest his knee up.
yeah, man, I don't see enough of that from Michael. Like, and I know our boy Rob probably gonna see this, be like, "Yep, see, I told y'all." But
Shout out
he's
Rob.
yeah, he's probably he's on to something here, man. Like, I ain't saying that he a Michael Parsons, he's an All Pro man, but it's like, ooh. And then for the Vikings, like you said earlier, we don't even know if JJ is going to be the quarterback there next year because there's some whispers that they're looking to move on, and it's just a bad situation. Brian Flores, I think he will get a job next year. I don't know where, but the way he got that defense balling and they still in games, just the offense can't get the job done. He'll be
Yeah,
a head coach. He'll be a head coaching candidate next year for sure.
absolutely. The NFC South, you got Tampa Bay sitting at 6-5, Carolina sitting at 6-6, Atlanta sitting at 4-7, and the New Orleans Saints sitting at 2-9. What looked like Tampa Bay was going to be running away with this division, it ain't looking like that now. Carolina's like right on their heels. Atlanta just seemed so just you beating Buffalo 1 minute and then you getting
Smoked by
shut out
Carolina, 30-9.
Carolina. I don't know what to make of this team, and they've been like that forever.
Right.
Um, and then with Carolina, I mean, they only put up 9 points against San Francisco on Monday night, but Tampa Bay also lost. So this past week, every NFC South team lost. I want to say
Bucks lost, Panthers lost. Whether the
Yeah,
Saints played or not, they lost.
no, Atlanta won. They beat the Saints. So
Dang, that's a double whammy, boy. Oof.
but it's hard to trust either Carolina or Atlanta in these situations. New Orleans, we they probably gonna be in the market for another quarterback next year. Um, so what's your
I'm starting to second guess that.
say it again
I'm starting to second guess that.
with Shuck?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm starting to second guess that. I think they give Shuck a year. I think they give him a year
okay,
to see what he has. Like he hasn't played. I mean, he hasn't played extravagant
amazing.
ball, but he's made some plays and he had some whoopsies too. But I think he's coming along. I think he's going to be all right. I watched a little bit of the game versus the Falcons the other day, and he was making some plays, man. And I think he's building his confidence is getting better and better week by week. So I think they give him another shot next year. So I'm not going to say that if they get an offer they can't refuse, then sure the upgrade, then sure. But I think they need to build that football team out as well, along with the Falcons. Um, The Falcons, I'm disappointed in because that was my pick to win a division. That was my pick to win a division, and I was on the table jumping like a monkey on the table saying Falcons win a division. Michael Penix tore his ACL for like the 20th time. Drake London missing time. Kyle Pitts. I don't know what's going on with him. He probably gonna be on a new team next year. Um,
Yeah,
it's just looking rough, man. Thank God you got Kirk Cousins for that as that insurance policy. Falcons fans, chime in below and let me know how you feel about the Falcons situation. You trade your first round pick last year, you gave that to the Rams. You're 3-7, 4-7, whatever your seven you are, whatever your record is. Now your pick is a top 5, top 10 pick but it's going to LA now. So it's just it's just all around bad, bro. Bijan and AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates. They got a couple boys on there, a couple ballers. Drake London, which is he's probably sneaking to my top 8 receivers. He's like that. I slept on Drake London his first couple years, but I'm starting to notice that he's a baller. So they got
and and he hurt.
Andy Hurt. Yeah, Andy Hurt. Carolina starting to question whether they're gonna move on from Bryce Young because you done changed coaches twice. So the third coach is it Bryce Young or what is it? You know what I mean? So they might make a shake up and make a move there. Um, Tet looks Tet look promising. Um, they
Ted looks like that dude.
he look like that dude, man. They got some pieces. J.C. Horn. I know you me and you disagree on J.C. Horn a little bit, and that's cool. Um, secondary is legit. J.C. Horn is legit. Trayvon Merrick is legit. Me just watching the game the other night, I was like, these boys flying around making plays. Trayvon Merrick was a sucker for that little punch on Jawan Jennings too. He was a hoe for that, But I don't know where he learned that from. But whatever.
You know exactly where he learned that from.
It's in his blood. He can't help it. But yeah, J.C. Horn is like that. I ain't saying he's Shotang. I ain't saying he's Stingley, but he in that tier, barring health, of course. Let me give that caveat out there. He was playing my boy the other night with the health and stuff, but he's like that. So they have a promise. They have a promising defense, going in the future. You got Derek Brown in the middle, Nick Scorton. You draft as a pass rusher. They can always build on it. And then the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield got an AC joint up here in the shoulder now, so he's week to week. Mike Evans, I don't know if he's coming back this year. Chris Godwin got an ankle.
They they just
Injuries,
look
man.
they look pretty bad over there. Rico Dowdle for Carolina, man, all he had to do he had to rush for 1,000 yards in Dallas and then go somewhere else and just Carolina paid Chuba Hubbard.
Paid Chuba and Rico don't outplay Chuba.
And Rico to outplay Chuba. So I see the promise over there in Carolina. I feel, and I mean they still in a mix of to be in the playoffs. That's not where we saw that team in the beginning of the season. We can agree on that.
Exactly. We was thinking, hey, they win 5-6 games. That's a good season for them. But now they fighting for a playoff because of Tampa Bay's injury. So, and Atlanta's injury, unfortunately. So that kind of leaves them in the mix, man. So anything's possible, man. I don't know, producer. You can look it up if you can. If Tampa Bay has Carolina on their schedule, I'm sure they do. To where, hey, man, that could be one to win a division here with like the rest.
They played the Panthers twice already. Wait a
Oh, they
minute.
have?
Oh no, well, so I'm on the Panthers schedule actually. Actually, they got the Buccaneers twice. So
Okay,
they
so hey,
play.
here we go. Here
Yeah,
we go.
They play him twice in 3 weeks.
Okay,
So
well, here we go. So if hey, if you can come on down, and you beat Tampa twice. You're looking at a home. The Carolina Panthers looking at a home playoff game. That's crazy.
they have the Rams Sunday. You hit the bye week. At the Saints, Buccaneers, Seahawks, Buccaneers. And Bryce
All
has
those
been
games are
playing
winnable. All those games are winnable.
absolutely. And
Maybe not the
Bryce,
Rams, man. Maybe not the Rams. Maybe not the Rams.
maybe the Rams. You
No,
never know.
no, we're not doing that. Okay, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So you don't think the Rams get a good guy?
No, no,
Okay.
no. They got an
Okay.
MVP over there playing, man. Absolutely not. No.
Okay. uh,
NFC West. Let's go there. Speaking of the Rams. Yeah. Speaking of the Rams. NFC West.
uh, you got the Rams at 9-2. You got the Seahawks at 8-3, 49ers at 8-4, and the Cardinals at 3-8. Is this the Rams division for the taking, or can you see the Seattle Seahawks coming through and creeping up, or what's the chances of San Francisco coming through and creeping up themselves and getting that division?
Rams win the division. They got the best quarterback in the division. Best quarterback in the NFC. I thought you was about to say something. I thought you was about to say something about me being.
No.
I thought you were going to say, so we about to disagree on something. But no, they got the best quarterback in the NFC. They had the best roster. I mean, they got not the best roster, but one of the top 2 rosters in the NFC, maybe top 3. Depends on how you look at it from week to week.
They're the best team in football, in my opinion.
Ooh, well, that was my Super Bowl pick for that side of the ball. It was Kansas City and LA. That was my Super Bowl pick. I'm sticking by that too. I'm sticking by that. Kansas City, LA. But no, Stafford's playing at a high level. He had, I think it was a stretch of 3 or 4 games where he threw for 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Maybe it was 3 games like that. It was a stretch of 3 games where he threw 4 touchdowns and no interception. I know when they went overseas and they played Jaguars, they cooked them. I don't think the Jaguars got off the plane that game. And then you got Devontae Puka, Kyron, Blake Corum, Terrence Ferguson, Byron Young, Verse, Fisk. You got Emmanuel Forbes on a resurgence coming, after he got cut in DC. You got Carnell Lake. I think Carnell Lake. He got injured. He on IR now. Man, they just playing, man. Chris Shula got that defense balling. Yeah, man. And then for San Francisco, I seen this the other day, and I'm starting to believe it. Brock Purdy is the right-handed version of Tua, because he just be throwing the ball in any which way. I see somebody had tweeted that out, and I was like, that's interesting. He the right-handed version of Tua. It seemed like to me the team was flowing more with Mac Jones when he was in there, and then when they made that switch back, you started seeing a little whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. With Brock Purdy, but it's going to be interesting in the offseason. I think they got Mac Jones under contract with one more year. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to call and inquire about him, but. I don't. San Francisco got too many injuries. You seen Monday night. You seen Warner in the press box, Bosa in the press box. Those are your dogs on defense. And they're getting older, especially Warner. They're getting older. Hey, Nick Bosa. I think he tore his ACL twice in his career already. At some point, he could be like his brother. He's not going to be an every down pass rusher. You're going to have to draft players. And his role might change. He might just be a DPR, or not saying a DPR, but he might not be a every down to down, snap to snap guy. He might be played first down and third down, come off the field on second down. Because it's injuries. You never the same stuff. And then with the Seahawks, GTSN going crazy. He might win Offensive Player of the Year. If it's him really in the NFC. And Sam Darnold, man, are you going to correct those wrongs of last year in Minnesota? Are you going to correct the critics and say, hey, you can't win down the stretch? And shout out to the Seahawks defense. I didn't realize how good this defense was. They don't have no hope. They don't have no superstar names on that defense that are household names, but as a unit with Boye Mafe and Dearness Jones and Witherspoon and Reek and all them. DeMarcus Lawrence coming over from Dallas.
Leonard Williams,
Byron Murphy in the middle. The Drake, the linebacker Drake. I can't think of his last name. He's number 42. They're balling. They're balling right now. So yeah, it's gonna be up to Sam Darnold. And then for the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, pack your bags. Where you want to go? Do you want to go play baseball? What are we doing? And that's all I got for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Seahawks defense ranked 8th, 14th against the pass, 4th against the run, 7th in points.
Woo.
Tied for 5th on third downs.
Hey, boy, they stand you, boy.
Yeah, man. And like you said, for the Cardinals, like I think Kyler Murray's gone. I'm not sure if they got a first round pick. I think they do for next year. You can take
Arizona?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
You can take that and address the position there or whatever they're gonna do. But I think the Kyler Murray era is pretty much done and over with. I think he could pretty much play right now. But I think they're just kind of like, you know what?
You don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, we're done with this experiment. And you can't blame them. Just like with Carolina, the short quarterbacks, they just do nothing for me. But yeah. I see Bryce just wheeling and dealing and just give you hope.
Yeah, because you know how they are doing what I think they're doing what the Giants did with Daniel Jones a couple years ago, just set him so that injury money injury guarantee won't kick in, so they can move you in the offseason. I think it's what they're doing. They say he hurt or whatever. He probably at home just playing Call of Duty, just waiting to the season end so he can go on to play ball somewhere else, man. Trying to find a better situation for sure.
I bet bro don't even know the game plan this week, man. He just playing Call of Duty.
Hey man, when you got it like that, it don't even matter, bro. I'll be like, don't even come to the facility. For real, don't even come. But
yeah, that's their Seahawks team is that their defense is out of control. And then with GTSN, as you spoke about, they got some pieces. Good. Yeah, they got some pieces over there. So going into the wild card, we're gonna go into the standings real quick. Patriots, Broncos, Colts, Ravens, division leaders in the AFC. You got the Chargers, Jaguars, Bills got the top 3 playoff spots with the Texans, Pittsburgh, and the Chiefs sitting at 6-5. The Dolphins at 4-7. Bengals and the Browns at 3-8.
And Vegas 2-9, right? We're like.
Yeah, I wasn't even going there, but you got Vegas at 2-9. You got the Jets at 2-9.
We're in the mix, baby. We're in the mix for that 7 spot. Stop playing.
Hey, you're not out of it though. You're not eliminated. So,
So near. But yeah,
uh,
we got limited. We won.
and on the NFC side, of course, we said the Rams, the Eagles, the Bears, the Buccaneers, your division leaders with the Seahawks, Packers, 49ers as your wild card leaders, with Detroit sitting at 7-4, the Panthers at 6-6, Dallas at 5-1, Atlanta and Minnesota at 4-7, and Arizona at 3-8, and Washington also at 3-8. The Saints at 2-9, and New York is the only team eliminated from playoff contention, sitting there at 2-10. So that's it for that. Previewing the games for tomorrow, you got Packers, Lions sitting at 1. It's your Thanksgiving games. What are you looking forward to most in this game, and who do you think wins?
Man, I'm kind of mad, man, because that game used to be a 12 o'clock game. Then they moved it to 1. NFL getting weak.
Yeah.
Getting weak. Packers and Lions. Packers at home. Lions at home.
Detroit at home.
Detroit. That crowd gonna be amped up, juiced up, ready to
Yeah.
roll.
The
Prime
Packers
time
already got
game.
that one win against them already this year.
Yeah, Detroit will be ready to roll. Dan Campbell with the glasses like this, calling them Jameer Gibbs supersonic plays for him in the huddle, like get him all Jameer Gibbs, let him go. But yeah, I think I think the Lions gonna win. They at home. Crowd gonna be pumped up. Aiden Hutchins gonna be jacked up. They're gonna be ready to roll, man. So Lions by 10.
The Lions are favored by 3.5.
Oh yeah, they're about
And the
to
total set at 47.5. I'm gonna go with the over on that
yeah, go with the
one.
over. Bang the over.
Yeah.
Bang the over.
And I'm gonna go with the Lions as well. Going in the 4:30 game, you got Chiefs Cowboys. Chiefs are favored by 3.5. The total set at 52.5. So they're expecting a high scoring game. What you expecting?
Yeah, I'm expecting a high scoring game. For the love of I'm going for the love of the game. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys tomorrow. Just out of hate for the Chiefs. Cowboys. I don't know if we know what Trent McDuffie can do. Jalen Watson, you gonna have your hands full with Pickens. Yeah, and that Cowboys offensive line. I don't know if anybody's hurt. They're gonna be all ready to roll too.
George looking like that hot receiver right there. CD with all these drops in there. I don't know, man.
You gonna have your hands full with Pick. You gonna have your hands full with CD regardless. But both of them, you ain't gonna be doing with both of them. But like I say, Mahomes is gonna be there in the end. I think the Cowboys gonna get a. I'm picking the Cowboys probably by 3, kick a field goal. They got the best kicker in the game. So probably late field goal, win it 27-30.
Come on, Dallas.
Yes.
Come on, Dallas.
Oh.
You got the nightcap. You got the Bengals. You got the Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens in this one.
Yeah, man, I'm going with Ravens as well. They just riding the wave. They hot right now. Defense getting healthy. Cal Hamilton is proving why he's the best safety in the game. Yeah, man. I think it's a little too late for the Bengals to make a push, or Joe Burrow. I don't know if he's playing tomorrow or not. But we like to see Joe Shiesty out there. If he is, that's good for us fans out here. But I'm gonna pick the Ravens by 2 touchdowns.
You got the Eagles on Friday against the Bears. Eagles favored by 7. I think that the Eagles find a way to get it done against Chicago.
Give me the Bears, man. Give me the Bears, man. Give me Caleb and the boys, man. They riding a wave right now as well. Ben Johnson got them boys balling. Caleb saying the field well. Monunga going crazy. Loveland going crazy. The line giving them Caleb some time. Like I said, it's hard to sack Caleb, sorry. If you can get to him, you'll get to him. But if not, he get out of that pocket, he's liable to go crazy. So give me the Bears, man. Give me the Bears by 10. I'm being bold. Black Friday.
Ooh.
And speaking of Black Friday, how do you have a game called Black Friday and don't have the Raiders playing a home game on Black Friday? That makes zero sense. I know I fuss about a whole lot of stuff, but how you gonna have the only team in the league that has a black jersey, that's their standard base jersey, and don't play on Black Friday? Like, what are we doing? Come on, NFL, do better. Now I ain't saying we got to play air Black Friday, but you had the Dolphins and Jets on last Black Friday, and then you got the Bears and Eagles that ain't got no kind of base black in none of their uniforms, but they playing on Black Friday. I mean, don't nobody want to see us play, but I just don't understand why we ain't got a Black Friday game. But nevertheless, go ahead.
I mean, to push back. I mean, the Eagles do have black uniforms.
Yeah, but it's not their base color though. It's not like that's not their like. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Um,
Black
and
Hole, Black Friday. Like it makes sense to have at least have a home game for the Rays on Black Friday. Like it don't make zero sense.
I mean,
Zero.
the Bengals got black
Yeah,
jerseys.
but it's not their base color. We know their base color is white, and when they're in white, or they're either in the daggone orange.
Saints.
Okay, you can say Saints, but Black Friday, Black Hole. Like, what we doing? That's just me, my little tangent. You know what I'm saying? I get out. I got to bring us up whenever I can. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Even though we the doormat of the league right now, but I got to bring us up though. So
Yeah, and I was gonna say that I mean, I understand the black hole Black Friday, but I think if when y'all start winning games,
if we
then
start,
maybe
of course, that solves everything. We'll get, of course, 1,000%. That you're absolutely right. So that's
yeah,
my only. That's the only argument that you got against me is if we were 9-3, 7-3,
oh
or a
yeah,
football team like that, sure, I got a beef, but I really ain't got no beef because we 2-9. But I digress. Go on to the Sunday slate before I end up ending this live quick. Fooling with you.
uh, you got the Jaguars, you got the Titans. Trevor Lawrence they should easily win this game. Right? I know it's a division rivalry. They may end up. Cam Wood might show something for the future, but Jags, you got the second wild card spot in there, man. Go ahead and get that thing done. Favored by 6.5. Who you got this one?
I'm gonna take the Jags, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans won. I wouldn't be surprised. So give me the Jags cover.
You got the Falcons favored by 2.5 against the Jets. The total is set at 39.5, so they're not expecting a lot of scoring in this one.
Oh, they could be kicking field goals, but Jesus Christ.
Give me the Jets, man.
I'm with you, man. Give me the Jets, man. Give me the Jets. Give me I don't know who's starting. Tyrod Taylor starting?
TT starting, Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, Kyrie Wallace. I know you're a big Jets fan, man. Hit my line, man. Let me know what you think about what's going on this year, man.
You got the Rams favored by 10.5 against the Panthers. Man, that's a large number. And they may hit that. The Rams might hit that 10.5. I'm gonna pick the Rams though.
Yeah, give me the Rams by 2 touchdowns. Give me the Rams. They that good. They're that good, bro.
Yeah. Best team in football, man. You got the Dolphins favored by 6.5 against the Saints. Give me the Saints in this one.
Yeah, give me the Saints, bro. Give me the Saints.
They need a little drama, man.
I need a little juice, man. I need a little ups. I need a little shake up in the draft order, man. Anything to get us closer to a top spot, man. Give me the Saints. So everybody that's in front of us that's playing this week, I'm taking them. I'm just letting you know that right now. So don't even ask me if the Browns win. Give me the Browns. Whatever.
Well, you got the Cardinals, you got the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Cardinals in this one.
No, I ain't stupid, man. Give me the Buck. Give me the Buck. Give me the Buck.
Baker's hurt.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett out there. Jacoby Brissett out there looking like Randall Cunningham in certain games.
I don't even know who the Cardinals' backup is. I mean, not the Cardinals, but the Buccaneers' backup. Oh, Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, give me the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Give me the Cardinals. I'll take that.
Buccaneers favored by 2.5, not a large number. So yeah, give me the Cardinals in that one. 49ers at the Cleveland Browns. The last time the 49ers went to Cleveland, they had that odd game where the Browns ended up winning that one. That was about 4 years ago. And now you got 49ers favored by 4.5. 36.5 is the total, so they're not expecting a lot of scoring. Shador Sanders is starting at quarterback against a tougher defense. I know they depleted, but they're a tougher defense than what they played against the Raiders. What's your thoughts on that one? Who wins?
Give me the Browns, man. Give me the Browns, man, in the upset. Give me the Browns in the upset, man. Because I don't know, man. That Browns defense is legit. That
Oh
Browns
yeah.
defense,
Oh yeah.
they can force some strip sacks. They can get some pick sixes off if they really want to. Because we seen that Purdy's capable of throwing that ball to the other color with no hesitation. So give me the Browns in a defensive matchup, and I think defense will probably win them that game on Sunday. And I'm being serious too. Give me the Browns in a close game, but I think the Browns defense make a key play to swing the nod and swing the tide of the game and get them to win.
Hey, they told him to flood out his AP. It's perfect timing. So
Yeah, he pulled that AP out on Sunday, boy. Whew.
uh,
Mary Kay Cabot up in Cleveland gonna have something to write about that Monday, boy.
shout out to Mary Kay in Cleveland, man.
Yes.
You got the Texans and the Colts. Colts favored by 4.5. Give me the Texans in this one.
No, you ain't gonna get. Nah, you can't do it. You can't.
Yeah, you know, I think when it comes down to that defense, I think that Danny Dimes is not. I think around this time of the year, teams playing their best ball,
Oh
and
yeah.
I feel like the Texans, they got the experience. I think that they're gonna get to the Colts, man.
Yeah, man. Give me CJ, man. The Texans. He done been out 3 weeks. Davis Mills kept them above water, keep them floating. Davis Mills gonna be he. I don't know if he's gonna be. I think the Houston probably keep him. But if anybody looking for a backup quarterback on the market, he'll probably be candidate option number 1. Yeah, give me the Texans, man. To put a little more pressure on the Colts in this AFC South race. Give me the Texans by 10.
You got the Vikings, Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 10.5. Does JJ wake up? Is he hurt? Yeah, he hurt. I think he had a concussion.
He got something going on.
But give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks. Ain't nothing to talk about. Because JJ can get the ball to Justin Jefferson, then yeah, he might got a chance, but give me the Seahawks.
Bills, Steelers at 4.25 with the Bills favored by 3.5. I feel like if the Steelers can get to Josh Allen, this could be a game where the Steelers could steal.
Yeah, give me the Steelers, man. Give me the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers in this one. Cover spread.
You got the Chargers favored by 8.5 against the Raiders. The total set at 40.5. Give me the Raiders, man. I think I think the Raiders gonna come in and they're gonna win this one, man. Let's go Black Hole, man. The Raider Nation gonna show up to LA. They're gonna they're gonna have more fans there than the Chargers. Give me the Raiders, man. I'm taking the Raiders in this one. I just look like I just messed your whole floor up right there, right?
Next game. I ain't even doing it, bro.
Sunday night football, you got the Broncos. You sure?
Yeah, I ain't even doing it, bro. I ain't go gas myself up to say the Raiders gonna win. Then I'll be cussing at you on Sunday night around 7:30 on some BS. So nah.
Sunday night football, you got the Broncos at the Commanders. Broncos favored by 6. Give me the Broncos, man.
Give me the Commanders, man. I ain't got time, bro. Give me the Commanders, man. Like, what are we doing?
And then on the Monday night football game, you got the Giants, the Patriots. We probably be asleep by 8:15 when this comes on.
7:45. Shoot.
Maybe Jackson Dart can bring some excitement to it, but give me the Patriots.
Yeah, give me the Patriots.
Well, I am going to say with Will Campbell being out, that pass rush from the Giants would definitely be on spotlight watch, and especially if Jackson Dart is playing, then maybe they can give you something.
Yeah, but I think Josh McDaniels is a good enough coordinator to where he can scheme and keep them bad boys out down, maybe a chip here, a chip there, to give Drake May some time. to get there to throw the ball there in the field. So I'm gonna still take the Patriots. Probably win by 10 and 12, and that'll wrap up week 13, right?
It's wrapping up week 13. No teams on the bye. Uh, Teams will return to bye the next week, and then that's it for the bye team. So we're getting right around to the fourth quarter of the season. It's about to get real around here.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get up out of here, any last thoughts that you have regarding the season and anything else?
No, man. Like the season's been a wacky one, a weird one, a wild one. Um, of course, anytime football's on, it's always good for me and you. We have something to talk about. Um, yeah, man. I'm just happy that we get to talk about something that we like. Hopefully everybody stay healthy going down the stretch. Key players, Mahomes and all those guys, everybody can stay healthy. Um, and this college football playoff race is heating up as well. So we definitely gonna see who's gonna be challenge Ohio State. Can anybody challenge Ohio State? We'll definitely find out here in a couple weeks on. But other than that, man, let's just get down to get through the final home stretch of the NFL season. And the playoff season starts taking shape and form around week 14, week 15. We're starting to see, okay, we're gonna have Buffalo going to Denver. We're gonna have Jacksonville going to Denver. We're gonna have, you know, New England with that bye. Kansas City might have to go to, somebody. I don't know. It'll start taking shape here the next couple of weeks. Once people start to realize they're not in contention and just start preparing for the offseason. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. So
Yeah, I'm excited. You got playoff. You got Thanksgiving games tomorrow, kicking off at 1. I know they used to kick off at 12, but now you get that extra hour, kind of like, prepare, do whatever you need to do, get your lineups right, get your parlays and everything
parlays
right. So,
in, go to the
yeah,
liquor store, get your drink right before the game, and
liquor store closed, man.
I don't know. Either way, go to
Yeah.
go either way.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Don't hurt yourselves with the turkey and the stuffing and the mac and cheese and the sweet potatoes and everything, all that good stuff. Amon, don't you hurt yourself out there, man. Eat safely. um,
Yeah,
don't want to have to call the ambulance or anything like that. And
right.
so we got to get back up the next morning and head to work. So if that's not it, man, we're gonna get up on out of here. Thanks for everybody tuning in to the stream, chiming in. Thanks, Jay, for the one comment that we did get. Happy Thanksgiving and have fun to you as well, brother. Amon, if you ain't got nothing else, we are out, dude.